Here we have the car running, sitting here idling, and the left window over here, if I push the window switch down or up, nothing happens. Nothing happens on the right window over here. But if I go over here and use this switch, then the right window works. We also have a problem up here with the we first noticed the problem when the garage door wouldn't open. So if you go up here and push this button to program the garage door, it doesn't light up. So that's the first thing we noticed. The window not working, and we noticed when we went to the bank, we tried to roll down the window, it wouldn't roll down. So I walked around the bank, parked the car, went in the bank, came back out, and then the window rolled down, but now it won't roll back up. So those are our symptoms with the car running outside, and hopefully you can figure out what's causing all this. After leaving the car parked overnight in the garage, the next morning the window worked once again, and the garage door opener light on the visor worked once again. So when the car shut off for a long period of time, it seems to reset the problem. So it's most likely the problem has to do with the body control module, unless there's some other module specific to these two different items. The car had less than 5,000 miles on it, and it was less than 4 months old when we took it to the dealership with this problem. The dealership report is here. They found the problem. It took them 3 hours of troubleshooting and 1 hour to fix it. And what they found, there was a short up by the visor. Some screws, I think the screws that hold the visor socket into the ceiling, those screws, one of those screws was penetrating the power wire to the garage door opener module. And apparently that circuit also feeds the all the functions on the driver's door. So that's why the power windows wouldn't work. So just to let you know, if you ever have a problem like this where your garage door opener quits working and your door switches quit working, it could be a shorted wire up there by your visor. Now the way you can test this is if the car is designed so that if you push the center button up there on the garage door opener, they call it the home something, I don't know. Anyway, you push that middle button, the light's supposed to light up, and then when you point your garage remote control towards the visor, then that light starts to blink, which means it took the code. So then you let go of the button on your remote control for your garage door, and you let go of the middle button on the visor, and you push whichever button you want that code to be associated with. In our case, we push the right button. So through all this shorting out of the screw, shorting out this wire, it never lost the garage door code. Once they fixed the problem, the garage door code was still there and it worked fine. It was just killing power to the module. So if you have problems like this, you might want to look into it using this methodology. It is surprising to me that this direct short didn't damage any modules, but I guess they're current limited. So if you ever have a problem similar to this, you need to look at the wiring around those screws up there hold that visor in place. One last thing concerning this problem is that the dealership told me that they found the problem by accident. It just happened that the technician had troubleshot it down to that circuit being shorted, and while he was trying to find the short, he finally moved the visor around, and that made the short disappear. So that gave him the clue that it was somewhere near the visor, where the visor rotates in the ceiling. That's what led him to the problem. So I guess if you get this problem, try moving your visor all around. In other words, to the driver door, back to the windshield, to rotate that pivot point for the visor. And maybe your problem will become intermittent at that point, and then you know what it is. So good luck if you have this problem.